Yes, sir. Hey, yo, bros, isn't it funny how the black man gets reported in mainstream media? How the black man gets dragged through the mud when there's some accusations, some allegations, even though he's not guilty, even though we know that in this day and age, in the court of public opinion, you're guilty until proven innocent. All of these bozos, woke women, and feminazis, they want the collective to believe all women. We know that we can't do that. We're hearing people like Amali Karam going out of her way to try to trash Deshaun Watson, trying to say that the NFL needs to do more. Is this a good look? This isn't a bad look. The list goes on. The number one Cowboys hater, Stephen A. Smith, goes out of his way to throw on a Cowboys hat Monday morning when he wants to shuck and jive about the Cowboys losing a regular season game or a playoff game if they make it that far. When it comes to you being a black man, they want you to hold yourself to a higher esteem than the people that are actually sitting in the press box, cutting the checks, senior executives, bro. We don't hear a peep. It's crickets when it has to deal with somebody like that. Robert Kraft, that story came and went. He got a happy ending. He pled guilty or whatever it was. But we forgot about that story because they won't talk about it as much as somebody like a Deshaun Watson, Tyreek Hill, Adrian Peterson, Greg Hardy. List goes on. When you're a black man and you find yourself into some bullshit, they're going to make you not forget that. Ray Rice, out of the league. How many times do we got to go over stories like this? But we got a senior PR executive, bro, that was sneaking into the cheerleaders' locker room with his phone recording and taking pictures. A lot of people already deemed Deshaun Watson guilty just because of the number, and that's by design. But we got somebody that rushed to reach a settlement because they want this on the hush. But nobody's talking about it. Molly Karam cares so much about women, but she's not talking about this. She could talk about the civil suits, but she's not talking about the Cowboy settlement. I haven't heard her bring that shit up once. So what does that tell you? Stephen A. Smith, crickets. NBC's Mike Florio tried to reach out to the NFL to get a story, get some word on this. They declined twice, and then on the third try, they said that this is a club matter. They have no comment. Teams can't investigate themselves, but yet we already know how they get down. But when it comes to being a black man, like I said, you got to be on game and you got to pay attention because let's be honest and let's be real. You're your only compadre out here in this Western world. All of these women, all of these bozos, feminazis, pro-blacks, woke cats, they're all idiots. They're all caricatures. They're all caricatures in this screenplay against you. Nothing more, nothing less. They want to talk about ESPN reported this story. They wrote an article. We're in a day and age where nobody wants to read articles. Nobody cares to read articles. And a good amount of people can't read articles. They want to watch clips on First Take. But to my knowledge, I haven't seen a segment from First Take about how the Cowboys reached a $2.4 million lawsuit for voyeurism, bro. Voyeurism. It's no laughing matter at all. But mainstream media is a big fucking joke, and brothers got to realize that. Let's check it out, though.
That, Greg. ESPN is reporting the Dallas Cowboys paid some cheerleaders millions of dollars to settle a claim that a team executive secretly recorded them as they changed in their locker room.
Suzanne Bruner with us here in the studio. Okay, Suzanne, these are serious accusations.
Not only are they serious allegations, we don't hear any of this from the feminazis, the woke idiots on Twitter, Instagram, the list goes on ESPN, FS1, Joy Taylor. We don't hear nothing from them. We're only talking about this is serious when it has to deal with the black man that's involved, bro. Allegations are just that, allegations. But in this instance, bro, a settlement, money was handed over. A lot of people are talking about why Deshaun didn't just reach a settlement because, bro, you're admitting to guilt. Why would you pay for something when you know that you didn't do it? You're going to basically ride that shit to the grave, right? But the Cowboys front office, Jerry Jones, that's the face of the Cowboys, right? They wanted to hush this up quick. And why would you reach a settlement with the NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, if there was no guilt? But like I said, we're not going to hear this from ESPN on the main shows. Not at all.
And this all stems back to 2015 when 4 Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders allege that Rich Dalrymple, the senior VP of Public Relations, took pictures of them while they undressed in the locker room. Now, according to a report from ESPN, one of the cheerleaders said she saw Dalrymple standing behind a partial wall in their locker room with his iPhone extended toward them while they were changing clothes. Now,
So this bozo was standing behind a partial wall like those perverts in that old school movie Porky's. Wow.
Dalrymple says he actually used his key card to go into the locker room to use the restroom, not knowing the cheerleaders were in there. But in a letter from the cheerleaders' lawyers to the Cowboys that was obtained by ESPN, they questioned why he went into the cheerleaders' locker room when a men's restroom was 20 feet away. Now, the Dallas...
You know why he did that? Because he didn't give a shit that he got caught. He didn't give a shit about he didn't give a shit about the Cowboys cheerleaders. These people that are in the higher up positions, they look down at everybody that's not in the same press box office as them as they're watching the games, bro. He thought he could get away with this.
Cowboys did issue a statement to WFAA, and here's what it says. It says the investigation was handled consistent with best legal and HR practices, and the investigation found no evidence of wrongdoing. If any wrongdoing had been found, Rich would have been fired immediately. ESPN also reports the Cowboys investigated Dalrymple just a few months before this incident. Longtime Cowboys fan Randy Horton had accused him of taking an upskirt photo of Jerry Jones's daughter, Charlotte Jones Anderson, who is also a senior vice president. And he says he saw it happen during a live stream of the 2015 draft. Well, the Cowboys say they reviewed the footage and didn't see any wrongdoing. Dalrymple said all the allegations were false. Now, the $2.4 million settlement, this was actually reached back in 2016. And per ESPN, the settlement remained confidential. That was until a former Cowboys executive tipped ESPN off 5 months ago. Now, Dalrymple, he actually retired earlier this month, shortly after ESPN says it started contacting the team about the settlement. There was no announcement of his retirement after 32 years on the job. Kara?
Ain't that some shit, huh? He retired early in February. They say that no wrongdoing was done, right? But why would you reach a settlement if no wrongdoing was done? I'm just trying to figure this out for a friend. You feel me? Somebody that might be lost in the sauce trying to figure out that why are they trying to bash Deshaun Watson when he just got off on criminal charges? He didn't reach a settlement. But why are they bashing the man like he pled guilty? Yet, on the other hand, we're not hearing a damn thing about this Cowboy settlement, yet we're supposed to be caring about what's going on with women, right? Does this make any sense, bro? The woke women and the feminazis aren't talking about this, but they want to talk about Deshaun Watson getting signed to Cleveland, right? I get it. It makes 100% sense. It's enough of that, though. I'm out.